The previous episode 2 under economic talks is about the measurement of inflation. And with the continuation of the series, I, Sonali Jaiswal, along with my fellow research scholar, gathered over here to discuss on wholesale price index in detail. First of all, I would like to discuss the historical aspect of wholesale price index. The history of wholesale price index can be tracked back to the 1930s when the concept of wholesale price index was first introduced. However, it was not until 1942 that the first official of WPI series has been constructed to monitor the changes in the prices of primary articles, fuels, and manufactured goods. In the early years, the WPI has a limited coverage. It was mainly focused on the agricultural products and essential commodities. The base year of WPI was initially fixed as 1939-40 and later it was shifted to 1946-47. Over time, the WPI coverage has been expanded to include the more sectors and more commodities. Major revisions were made in the 1960s and 1980s to update the index and ensure its relevance. The base year was changed to 1961-62 in 1970 and further to 1981-82 in 1994. In 2011, the Government of India has introduced a new series of WPI with the base year 2004-5. The revision aimed to make the index more representative of the current economy. The government has been considering shifting to a new base year of 2011-12 and incorporating more comprehensive data sources. Overall, the WPI has played an important role in tracking inflation and providing insights into the price movement in India. Now I request Mukesh to talk about the meaning and basket of WPI.
Thank you, Sonali. Now I'm going to talk about the meaning of WPI and the basket of goods in the WPI. The wholesale price index represents the price of basket of wholesale goods. WPI focuses on the price of goods that are traded between corporations. It does not concentrate the goods that purchased by the consumer. WPI helps in assessing the microeconomic as well as the macroeconomic condition of an economy. WPI is used an important measure of inflation in India. Fiscal and monetary policy changes are greatly influenced by the changes in WPI. In United States, producer price index is used as measure of inflation. WPI is an easy and convenient method to calculate inflation. Inflation rate is the difference between WPI calculated at the beginning of the year and WPI calculated at the end of year. Over a year gives the rate of inflation for that year. In calculation of WPI, 2011-12 is used as a base year of calculation of inflation. The Office of Economic Advisor in the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, Ministry of Commerce and Industry is responsible for compiling and releasing WPI. Now I am going to talk about the basket of goods in WPI. Basket is formed considering a sample or standard set of commodities represent various strata of the economy. All the commodities, whether domestically produced or imported and available for sale in primary markets, were grouped under three categories. First category is primary articles, that includes food articles and non-food articles. Second category is fuel and power, that includes coal and minerals. And third category is manufactured products, that includes food products and beverages. Now I'm going to talk about the present basket of WPI according to 2011 and 12. Primary articles include 117 items, fuel and power include 16 items, and manufactured products include 564 items. In totality, there were 697 items are there. Now over to Dipali. She is going to talk about the changes in the basket of WPI.
Thank you, Mukesh.
Ever since the introduction of WPI in 1942 with the base year 1939, 7 revisions have taken place. As base years have been revised from 1939 to 2011-12, the number of items in the WPI basket has also been changed from 23 items to now 697 items. Over time, economies undergo structural changes. Products and their requirements are evolving even more quickly in terms of quality, content, and packaging. A number of items that were important in terms of market share during the base year of ongoing series lose relative importance or completely phase out and get replaced by new substitutes in the market. In May 2017, WPI base year was updated from 2004-5 to 2011-12. The basket contents have been raised from 676 items to now 697 items. If we look into this deeply, primary articles have been raised from 102 to 117 items. Fuel and power declined from 19 to 16. Important highlight of this decline was the addition of petroleum coke and the deletion of light diesel oil. Manufactured items raised from 555 to 564 items. Overall, 199 items, new items are added, 146 items are dropped with 498 common items in comparison to WPI series 2004-5. Deletion and addition of items is based on their relative importance in the commodities market. To eliminate the impact of fiscal policy, the new definition of wholesale price index excludes taxes. This also aligns the new WPI series with the worldwide practices by bringing it closer to the producer price index. In continuation of this, Ms. Anukriti is going to talk about factors influencing WPI.
Thank you, Dipali. As we all know that there are several factors that influences the wholesale price index in the economy, and these factors can be divided into the supply side factors and the demand side factors. To quote these demand side factors that influences the wholesale price index in the economy, there is consumer demand, investment levels, government spendings, and interest rate. Consumer demand, because the overall demand for goods and services in the economy plays a significant role in determining the WPI. So when consumer demand is high, producers may increase prices, leading to the upward trend in the WPI. Business investments and capital expenditure also impact the WPI. So when increased investments can boost production costs, leading to higher prices for goods at the wholesale level. Government policies, fiscal measures, and spending patterns also affects the wholesale price index. For instance, an increase in government spending can stimulate demand and affect the overall price level. The cost of borrowings and the interest rates can impact consumer spending and business investment. Changes in the interest rate can influence the WPI by affecting the overall demand for the good. To quote some supply side factors that affect the wholesale price index in the economy, those are cost of production, technology and innovations, global factors, supply chain disruptions, and government regulation. Coming to the cost of production, the cost of raw materials, labor, energy, and other inputs directly affect the prices at which goods are produced. So any changes in these costs of production can lead to the adjustments in the wholesale price. Technological advancements, as we all know, can impact the efficiency of the production process, affecting cost and subsequently the wholesale price. International factors such as exchange rate, global commodity prices, geopolitical events can influence the cost of imports and exports, hence influencing the WPI in the economy. Last but not the least, government regulations, regulatory changes, trade policy changes, changes in the foreign trade regulations and rules, and taxation can impact the production costs and consequently influence the WPI. Now Ms. Sanjana will talk about the factors that impact the deflation in the WPI and the recent trends in the WPI.
Very well described by Anupati, thank you.
So recently, what we are going to see is what recent trend we have witnessed in the WPI. So in October 2023, it was recorded to be minus 0.52%, which was way down from minus 0.26%, which was recorded in September 2023. Since we all know, since Anukriti has very well described about what are the supply side factors and as well as what are the demand side factors that can influence this trend. Let's just see a very little glimpse at what possibly what are the things that can be attributed to the deflationary trend in the WPI. First thing first, it is the decrease in demand. Maybe the overall demand has decreased, so in that case also the goods are uh, the goods are not being demanded by the consumers and they are not making up it to the market as well. Then there is excess of supply. On contrary to decrease in demand, there is excess of supply. That means producers are left with a lot of inventories at their warehouses, and they are also not making up to the market. Then there is excess capacity in case the producers are not using the plant capacity at its fullest. That also means that the full capacity is not being utilized in the production process, and that can also be a possible reason for the deflationary trend in the economy. Then there is lower input cost. In case there is low input cost, in case producers are incurring very low cost in getting the raw materials and likewise, so that can also impact the deflationary trend, since it is also lowering the cost of the product that they are trying to make and they are trying to sell. Then there is technological advancement. We all know with technological advancements, the cost of production also goes down. In that case, there is excess of supply. So everything is interlinked. Whatever I pointed out, you can see a link in them. Then there is government policies, monetary policies as well. They affect the deflationary trend in the economy. Then there is market competition. In case there is a lot of competition in the market, in that case also the producers will try to lower down their cost so that they can retain their position in the market. Then there is inflation expectation. In case people expect that the inflation will go down in the future, they will not buy in the present moment. They will basically postpone their purchases for the coming years. Then there is currency appreciation. As she pointed out, that there are geopolitical situations, there are situations that are out of the control of a single economy, that may include geopolitical situation as well as currency related, exchange rate related particularly situation that can lead to deflation in the economy. So basically these are the factors that can possibly be the reason behind deflationary trend that we have recently witnessed. So in continuation with the same, as we have discussed WPI today, so in the next session also we will be continuing with the CPI measure of inflation as a measure of inflation. So thank you.